Let's talk about history of Android. So Android Beta was first released in November of 2007, and that's where it all began. The first commercial version, Android 1.2, was released by Google in September of 2008. Android is continually developed by Google and Open Handset Alliance, also known as OHA, and have seen a number of updates to its base operating system since the initial release. Since April of 2009, Android versions have been developed using desert names and released in alphabetical order, beginning with Android version 1.5. The first one was called Cupcake, and the most recent Android update is Android version 6.2, which is also known as Marshmallow, which was released in October of 2015. The earlier versions 1.2 and 1.1 were not released under specific code names. Some of the names, the names that they actually used were cupcake, donut, eclair, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit Kat, lollipop, and the most recent one, marshmallow. As I mentioned before, the development of Android started in 2003 by Android Incorporated, which was purchased by Google in 2005. The first version, Android 1.0, the first commercial version of the software, was released on September 23, 2008. The first commercial available Android device was the HTC Dream. It had a few features including Android Market application, it had web browser support, it had camera support, folders allowing the groups of number of application icons into a single folder icon on the home screen. It also had access to web email servers supporting POP3, IMAP4, and SMTP. Gmail synchronization with Gmail application. It also had a People application which would sync from Google Contacts. It had Calendar application which would sync with Google Calendar. It had Google Maps with Street View to view maps and satellite imagery, as well as find local businesses and obtain driving directions using GPS. Google Sync also managed of over-the-air synchronization of Gmail, People, and Calendar applications. Google Search, allowing users to search the internet and phone applications, contacts, calendars, so it was incorporated inside the device. Google Talk Instant Messaging was added to it. It also had text messaging, MMS, other features. A media player also was added to it, enabling management, importing, and playback of media files. Notifications appeared in the status bar with options to set ringtone, LED, or vibration alert. Voice dialer allows the voice dialer that was added. It allowed dialing and placing of phone calls without typing a name or a number. It also had support for wallpaper, which allowed the user to set the background image or photo behind the home screen icons and widgets. It also had YouTube video player already incorporated inside it. Other applications included alarm clock, calculator, dialer using the phone, home screen, you also called as the launcher, had gallery with pictures inside it, and settings. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth support was added for the first version too. So after this, the next version that was released was Android 1.1, which was initially only available for HTC Dream and released on February of 9th, 2009. The update resolved some bugs and some API changes for Android and added a number of features, including it added details and reviews available whenever user searches for a business on the Google Maps. Longer in-call screen timeout default when using the speakerphone, plus ability to show hide the dial pad. It also had ability to save attachments in messages. And then after that, in Android 1 after 1.1, the next version was 1.5, which was also called as the Cupcake, and this was launched on April 27th, 2009. The update included several new features and UI additions, which include support for third-party virtual keyboard with text prediction and user dictionary for custom words. It also added support for widgets, these miniature application views that can be embedded in other applications such as the home screen and receive periodic updates, so it keeps users up to date without actually opening the application. It added video recording and playback in MP, MPEG 4 and 3GP formats. Also, it had auto pairing and stereo support for Bluetooth, copy paste features in the web browser, user pictures shown for favorites and contacts, that's what I added to it, and specific date timestamp shown for events in call log, and one touch access to contact card from call log event that was added. It also had animated screen transitions other than auto rotation option, then new stock boot animation that was added. Other than that, it also had the YouTube was already there, video player, but it also added ability to upload videos to there and upload pictures to Picasa application. So that's what was included in Android 1.5. The next version, Donut, or Android 1.6, was released on September 15th of 2009. Some of the features that it included were voice and text entry search enhanced to include bookmark, history, contacts, and the web. Ability for developers to include their content in search results. It also had multilingual speech synthesis engine to allow any Android application to speak a string or text. It also had easier searching and ability to view app screenshots in Android market. They added gallery camera and camcorder more fully integrated with faster camera access. It had ability for users to select multiple photos for deletion. Other than that, it had speed improvements in searching and camera applications. They also expanded the gesture framework and added new gesture builder development toolkit. And in the next version, or 2.0, aka Eclair, was released on October 26, 2009. This feature had quite a lot of interesting features, including the expanded account sync. They also had Microsoft Exchange email support. They supported Bluepoint 2.1. It had ability to tap a contact photo and select to call, SMS, or email the person directly. Had ability to search for all the saved SMS and MMS messages with the delete oldest messages in a conversation automatically when a defined limit is reached. They also had numerous new camera features, including flash support, digital zoom, scene mode, white balance, color effect, and macro focus. They had improved typing speed on virtual keyboard with smarter dictionary that learns from word usage and includes contact names as suggestions. They also refreshed the browser UI with bookmark, thumbnails, double tap, zoom, and support for HTML5. For the calendar, they added the calendar agenda view, enhanced showing attending status for each invitee and ability to view invite new guests or events. They also optimized the hardware speed and revamped the UI completely. Support for more screen sizes and resolutions with better contrast ratio was added in this version. They also improved the Google Maps API and motion event class enhanced to track multi-touch events for the surface of the screen. Addition to live wallpapers allowing the animation on for the home screen background images to show movement was added to this particular version. The next version that came out was called as Froyo, or Android 2.2 version. It was short for Froyo stood for frozen yogurt. It was released in May on May 20th, 2010. Some of the very cool features were speed, memory, and performance optimizations were added to this. Additional application speed improvements implemented through JIT compilation or just-in-time compilation was added. They also integrated Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine for faster JavaScript compilation into the browser application. They also supported the Android Cloud to Device Messaging, or C2DM service, enabling push notifications for Froyo. Froyo also improved Microsoft Exchange support, including security policies, auto discovery was added to it. They also had USB tethering and Wi-Fi hotspot functionality added to Froyo. They added improved application launcher with shortcuts to phone and browser applications. Some of the things that they added was option to disable data access over mobile network. They also added updated market application with batch and automatic update features. They added Bluetooth support for passwords for file uploads. Some of these features were added to it. They also added support for Adobe Flash in Pro, and they also had a new gallery that allows users to view picture stacks using a zoom gesture. That was pretty awesome. The next version that they came out was Gingerbread, and it was Android 2.3 version, released in December 6th, 2010. Some of the changes and updates include user interface design with increased simplicity and speed that was added, support for extra large screen sizes and resolutions. They added native support for SIP and VoIP internet telephony, so you can call people directly over the internet protocol. They also added faster and more intuitive text input in virtual keyboard with improved accuracy. They enhanced the copy paste functionality, supported the NFC, which is near field communication, allowing the user to read an NFC tag embedded in a poster, sticker, or advertisement. They also added new audio effects. They created the new download manager. They also supported multiple cameras on the device, including a front facing camera if it was available or supported by the hardware company. They improved the power management with a more active role in managing applications that are keeping the device awake for a long time. They enhanced the support for native code development, and they also added native support for more sensors such as gyroscopes and barometers to check for you the device's movement in three dimensions, and also the temperature part.